In between US and Iran, JD Vance was holding the talks from the United States side. There were warnings that were issued by Donald Trump, and those were serious warnings that...
Here's my limited argument. As much as the resignation of the education minister might seem a symbolic move, do you not think it will also send a message by the government to the students who have genuine concerns? Leave all the politicians aside, leave those who have vested interests aside. Just a symbolic move to send out a message that, look, we are listening to you, we are listening to your concerns, and we're acting upon it.
I think the better way, it's the easiest thing to ask somebody to go, and if thereafter life carries on as usual. I think the bigger issue would be the government to comprehensively address how they are trying to reform the education system and this whole NEET and everything has to make it more foolproof. It's not as if, these paper leaks and everything has happened only just now. It has been in the system for a very long time in various forms. So there is an endemic problem with our administration of all these tests or the education thing. So the government has to come out with very categorical statements as to how they propose to address it. And here, the other point which you were saying, then the parliament needs to function. And if the political parties are genuinely concerned about the issues of the youth, they should allow for that discussion and, in fact, compel the government to have a constructive discussion and debate inside the parliament to say, hey, what you want to do, how you're going to go about it. But I think the problem is even larger, Shreya. It's not just limited to examination. I think today there is a large problem of, angst among the youth, because even if they get the examination and pass the course, where are the jobs for them? So there is an element of disillusionment, there is, a frustration or whatever. So there's a much larger problem which the nation has to cope with.
That's right.
Irrespective of who they are.
That's right. One has to deal with it and one has to find quick solutions to it. I'll leave it there. Mr. Sandeep Ghosh, thanks very much for joining us on WION and sharing your perspective.
Thanks for having me, Shreya. Thanks.
In between US and Iran, JD Vance was holding the talks from the United States side. There were warnings that were issued by Donald Trump, and those were serious warnings that